In Islamic theology, there is a concept known as Al-A'raf, an elevated borderland or a high dividing wall that strictly separates paradise from hell and ever committed. The 7th chapter of the Quran, Surah Al-A'raf, details a moment that took place before human history even began. The text describes a divine command given to the angels, as well as a jinn entity named Iblis, or Satan. They are instructed to bow down to the first human being, Adam. Iblis refuses. His reasoning is highly specific. He argues that because his own origin is from fire, he is inherently superior to a being formed from mere clay. By claiming his origin made him inherently superior, Iblis established the logic of supremacy, an idea that would repeat across every subsequent era of human history. Fast forward to the 7th century. This specific chapter was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad during a period of intense pushback from a stubborn ruling class. The elites of Mecca held strict control over the local economy and religious hierarchy, and they aggressively rejected any message that challenged their status. The text warns them by tracing a timeline of past empires, civilizations that collapsed after refusing to acknowledge any higher power. Looking at the earliest case studies, Ad and Thamud, we see how supremacy mutated into an obsession with physical dominance. The people of Thamud possessed immense architectural strength. They carved massive, intricate structures directly into desert mountains, building monuments designed to prove they were invincible. Their moral failure was an act of pure spite. To demonstrate their untouchable status, they slaughtered a camel sent as a divine sign, directly defying their prophet. The resulting devastation proved a brutal point. Immense physical strength and architectural brilliance offer zero insulation against collapse when a society's cultural foundation is built on superiority. As human societies became more complex, this pattern of behavior adapted. In the society of Madian, under the prophet Shoaib, arrogance manifested as systemic economic exploitation. Their ruling class deliberately rigged the scales in the marketplace. They institutionalized cheating in daily measurements to hoard wealth and squeeze the most vulnerable members. But the ultimate earthly manifestation of absolute arrogance arrived with Pharaoh and the Bani Israel under the prophet Musa. Pharaoh's vast wealth and his total control over the region's natural resources blinded him. This unchecked political tyranny eventually led him to the delusion that he was literally a god. In all these historical cases, the ruling classes refused the warnings of their prophets. In response, violent natural forces intervened to end their rule. Whether through rigged markets or political tyranny, these civilizations reached a breaking point, where the environment itself became the instrument of their collapse. These case studies were presented to the Meccans as a final, urgent warning, right before persecution forced the early Muslims into their historic migration. So, how does the text instruct human beings to actively fight this deeply ingrained cosmic flaw? It provides a specific, practical injunction regarding the etiquette of daily worship. The command is highly nuanced. People are explicitly told to wear beautiful clothes and to enjoy good sustenance, but they are strictly forbidden from crossing the line into extravagance and wastefulness. This command functions as a daily practice in restraint, forcing an individual to balance their own dignity with a recognition of their limits. Which brings us back to the metaphor of Al-Araf. Every human civilization is constantly standing on that precarious borderland, and the difference between reaching the heights of success or suffering total ruin is simply the daily choice between humility and arrogance.